Day 20. Dear Dyslexic Diary.
I'm here.
Oh, what a whirlwind of a day. Honestly, I should have just strapped myself to a roller coaster and called it a day. Today, the universe decided to throw me into the delightful chaos of self-awareness and personal accountability. And let me tell you, it was a real party. Imagine me, a dyslexic aspiring psychologist, well over 40 and still trying to decipher the mysteries of life, like some sort of bewildered detective in a poorly written crime novel. I woke up this morning, coffee in hand, feeling like a maestro conducting an orchestra of thoughts, but instead of harmonious melodies, it was more like a cacophony of, what am I doing with my life? And did I really just forget to buy kitchen towels? Ah, the joys of TikTok shop. But as I sipped my brew, I was struck by a thought so profound I nearly dropped my mug. Self-awareness and personal accountability. A fancy term for let's blame ourselves for everything, shall we? Now, don't get me wrong, self-awareness is brilliant. It's like having a spotlight on the mess we've made of our lives. But here's the kicker. It can fuel shame like a well-stocked bonfire.
What's this?
We often think we're on the healing path, digging through the rubble of our past, trying to piece together the shattered remains of our self-worth. And yet, without self-compassion, a true warm embrace of understanding toward those messy parts of ourselves, we're just hoarding evidence that we're fundamentally broken. It's like collecting old shoes that don't fit anymore, hoping that if we gather enough, one day they'll magically transform into a pair of Louboutins. Spoiler alert, they won't.
What?
I mean, how many times do we convince ourselves that if we fix enough of our flaws, we'll finally be worthy of the happiness and joy we crave? Like some sort of self-help DIY project gone terribly wrong. Newsflash, you aren't broken, darling. We're all just like those old, unique pieces of furniture that need a bit of love and TLC. Sure, we've got protective mechanisms like your aunt's terrible holiday sweater that she insists is vintage, but they just need more compassion, not condemnation. So there I was scribbling furiously in my notebook, channeling my inner philosopher. I was practically a modern-day Socrates, if Socrates had a thing for coffee and biscuits, of course. I jotted down self-awareness and accountability. Now that's the magic ticket. And you know what? You don't even have to take my word for it. Just look around. We're all stumbling through life, trying to find our way like toddlers in a grown-up world. And the real trick is to show ourselves a bit of grace along the way. I mean, who knew that my chaotic brain could come up with such profound insights? And guess what? You don't even have to take my word for it. Just look around. Everyone's flailing through life, trying to figure it all out.